Hello all, good evening. This is Shilpa. I have Kishore, Pavan and Shravan with me. Today we are going to discuss Intel Core i7 processor. Intel Corporation introduced its most advanced desktop processor ever, Intel Core i7 processor. It is the first member of a new family of Nehalem processor designs and is the most sophisticated ever built, with new technologies that boost performance on demand and maximizes the data throughput. The Core i7 processor speeds video editing, immersive games, and other popular internet and computer activities by up to 40% without increasing the power consumption. It is one of the latest development of Intel Corporation and is Intel's top performance processor. Intel Core i7 is desktop and laptop 64-bit and 8086 processor using Nehalem Westmere and Sandy Bridge microarchitecture. It beats most of the competent processor in the performance and is much more power efficient. It consists of quad-core processor which has got 8-way multitasking capability and L3 cache. Basically, there are three different types of processor under this type. They are Intel Core i7 900 series, Intel Core i7 800 series, and Intel Core i7 875K. Intel i7 provides 2, 4, or 6 core and it is a 64-bit processor. The processor type mainly targets business and high-end markets for personal computers. Among the many processors in Intel Core i7 family, i7 980X is the most latest processor. It supports several advanced technologies such as Intel 64 technology, enhanced Intel speed step technology, Intel virtualization, turbo boost technology, and hyper-threading technology. Now let's move on to the features of i7 processors. i7 processors mainly consist of two main features, that is Intel Turbo Boost technology and Intel Hyper-threading technology. Now let's see what Intel Turbo Boost technology is. It dynamically increases the processor frequency as needed by taking advantage of thermal and power headroom when operating below the specified limits. The Intel Turbo Boost technology is featured and designed to increase the performance of both multi-threaded and single-threaded workloads. Now let's move on to hyper-threading technology. It allows an execution core to function as two different logical processors, delivers two processing threads per physical core for a total of 12 threads for massive computational throughput, allowing highly threaded application to get more work done faster. Now, and the key feature of i7 processor is the data encryption. Encryption standards are used to speed up the execution of the application. Now let's move on to Smart Cache. Smart Cache is dynamically allocated to each processor. This large last level cache enables dynamic and efficient allocation of shared cache to all 6 cores to match the needs of various applications, which enables ultra efficient data storage and manipulation. Other key feature of i7 processor is integrated memory controller. It has got 3-channel which offers a memory performance up to 25.6 GB per second. Along with the processor's efficient prefetching methods, lower latency and higher memory bandwidth of memory controller delivers amazing performance for data intensive applications. Another key feature of i7 processor is quick path interconnect. Yet another important feature, Intel's latest system interconnects design increase bandwidth and lower latency while achieving a data transfer speed as high as 25.6 GB per second. Now let's move on to another key feature, which is Intel virtualization technology allows one hardware platform to function as multiple virtual platforms, maintaining productivity by isolating computing activities into separate partitions. Now, the key and the most important feature of i7 processor, that is Intel Advanced Encryption Standard AES instruction set R3. Intel AES are new set of instructions available beginning with all new 2010 Intel Core processor family based on 32 nanometer Intel microarchitecture with codename Westmere. These instructions enable fast and secure data encryption and decryption. using the Advanced Encryption Standard AES, which is defined by FIPS publication. Since AES is currently the dominant block cipher and it is used in various protocols, the new instructions are valuable for a wide range of applications. Performance analysis using the crypto security library showed an increase in throughput from approximately 28 cycles per byte to 3.5 cycles per byte with AES versus a Pentium 4 with no acceleration. Now let's take a look at the microcontroller architecture of i7 processor. In this architecture, we see a die shot of Nehalem which with each of its major sections labeled as. You can see the memory controller resides along the top edge of the die with miscellaneous input-output and QPI links on either edge. The 4 execution cores are lined up through the middle with an instruction queue in between and shared L3 cache below. Core 2 CPUs have L1 and L2 caches only, and Core i7 CPU has feature L1, L2 and shared L3 cache, which makes it different from other processors. Now, let's take a look at the Intel Core i7 processor family members. Basically, there are about 12 processors which comes under this family. Now let's start with i7 870 processor, which has got a cache of 8 MB and clock speed of 2.393 GHz, and it works with 4 cores. Moving up the table, we see i7 970, that is one before the latest one in Core i7 family, which has got a cache of 12 MB, clock speed of 3.2 GHz, and it works on 6 cores. Intel Core i7 980 is the latest one in this family, and it is better than any other one in i7 family. I pass on the microphone to Pavan to talk more about i7 980 in detail.
Coming to Intel Core i7 980X. What separates the Intel Core i7 980X Extreme Edition from the rest of the core is i7 family is a hexa-core Gulf town. None of this would be possible if it weren't for the new 32 nm Westmere fabrication process, which allows the i7 980X CPU to fit within a small 248 mm tube loom filled quadra-core process. This CPU offers either a quiet and good performance fan setting called DBX Advanced Thermal Solution as a standalone product. Coming to the architecture, this architecture specifies the Intel Core i7 processor, what exactly it looks like. And Intel Core i7 architecture consists of various transistors, simultaneous multi-threading, additional caching hierarchy, 4 instructions per clock cycle, deeper buffer, SIMD units, and microfusion. And Intel Core i7 980X in detail consists of 6 processor cores, 12 simultaneous threads, 12 MB of smart cache, and 3.33 GHz of basic frequency, and 3 DDR3 micro memory channels. And we have a comparison between Intel Core i7 and various generations of Intel Core processors. We have taken 3 versions of processors, such as Intel Core quadra-core processor of Q9650 and Intel Core i7 920 processor, Intel Core i7 950 processor with various names, considering that it has speed, processor to memory, processor interconnect, processor secondary cache, and processor thread level cache, motherboard manufacturer, chipset, platform BIOS, and graphics resolution. You can see the various descriptions of differences or descriptions between the 3 processors. We have a spec CPU 2006 standards for Intel Core i7 processor. The Intel Core i7 processor holds a new world record of 117 for the spec int base rate 2006 benchmark test that measures the performance of the processor. This is the first time ever for any single processor to exceed a score of 100 points. The Intel Core i7 processor also offers unrivaled performance for impressive 3D games, over 40% faster than previous Intel high-performance processors on both 3D Mark Vantage, CPU physics, and AI tests. Popular industry computer benchmarks that measure the gaming performance. We have a graph showing the difference between Intel Core i7 Spec 2006 processor and various versions of Intel Core processors. And this is the graph which describes the processor extreme editions between 975 processor as well as 980X processor. Why Intel Core i7 processor? Intel Core i7 processor consists of 6 CPU cores with 12 processor tests. Helps in good responsive multitasking with selective processors and second generation. High security. It consists of high security, turbo boost technology and hyper threading technology, which enables required security applications and protocols to run efficiently in background. And the other important feature is advanced encryption standards for new instructions. Information security is vital in business. With AES and NI, time lag for encryption can be reduced to a large extent. 12-watt idle power consumption, unlocked clock speed multipliers, excellent media transit coding for file compression performance, which includes DBXD, advanced thermal solution, 32nm Westmade die process technology, HD Graphics 2000 integrated into the Intel Core processor, which fulfills the needs of visual media. Intel vPro technology helps to reduce costs and improve efficiency by taking advantage of intelligent performance and unique hardware-assisted security and manageable features. Automatic speed boost, 4-way, 8-way and 12-way multitask processing, and high frequency and larger cache size for even faster multitasking. Overclocking enabled to allow tuning for extra performance. Coming to the conclusion, from the analysis done here, it is obvious that if speed is the prime factor one is looking for, then i7 is the best choice. Core i7 are the current top of the line out of all the Core series processors. They are also the most expensive, which is the major drawback. There are Core i7 with two different types of chipsets, LGA1156 and LGA1366. Both chipsets offer quad-core performance, virtualization support, hyper-threading, and turbo boost technology. However, the i7 9XX series processor, which utilize the 1366 chipsets, are considered to be the slightly faster and the best of the best out of all the processors, even AMD. The i7 9XX may perform slightly better in heavy gaming, though in most of the cases, both chipsets offer same performance. The Extreme Edition also removes overspeed protection, allows Intel knowledgeable customers and hobbits further increase the chipset speed. For a normal computer user, an i7 processor is far from necessary. For most computer users, an i7 processor is far from necessary. But if you want the latest and fastest, that's what the i7 is all about. Even if you are doing some more above average video rendering, Intel cheaper Core i5 should be able to handle that. It should know what the term overclocking means. The Core i7 may be just what you were looking for. If you have the cash to dish out, you could even consider going to the iCore i7 Extreme route, which will put you at light speed. Thank you. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. I thank Dr. Kaiki Ziyong for giving me this opportunity. Thank you.